So this is to go through more of the lifestyle things, the way you should approach food, the way you should approach exercise, because there's no point me throwing loads of meal plans and workouts and going through the food and stuff if you have a crap lifestyle or you have no goals or you're just not in the position to make the most of all the stuff I'm going to give you. So these are the things that everyone should at least try and achieve. Some are easier for some people to achieve than others. If you work shifts or if you've got kids or if you're busy, it is easier for some people than others. But if you can get 80% of these, you'll do really well. And if you can't do one of them for whatever reason, you just need to try and do the other ones better. Okay, so the first one, try and be organised. Okay, it's very difficult to tone up, lose weight, be consistent if you're just winging everything, if you're trying to do it when you have time rather than making a time for a workout or to go shopping or whatever. You don't have to meal prep or anything like that. I am very busy and I'm also quite lazy. So I will try and make things as easy as possible for myself in order for me to achieve my goals, okay? If I'm having a day where I'm here all day, I will go and buy something pre-bought, pre-cooked. Because it suits me, fits my lifestyle, I can stick to my numbers with the deficit we went through in the previous video. On a day where I'm not here all the time, I'll probably cook my own stuff. So, but you just have to be organised. Try and at least kind of get up, go to sleep at the same time each day. Pick certain days for your workouts if you can. Because if you just say, I'm going to go to the gym twice a week, that's not good enough. It'll get to Tuesday, you'll think, well, I could have got the rest of the week. Before you know it, it's Friday, you still haven't been. Same with shopping, if you just put that off, you'll suddenly find that you've run out of food and then you order a takeaway, and then tomorrow you still have no food, and then yesterday was a takeaway, so you think, well, weekend now might start Monday, and it all goes wrong, okay? So just try and be a bit more organised. I have no crap in my house, because I know if I have it, I will eat it. I will literally have all the stuff I should eat, and because I'm so organised and half of it's pre-done, if I get in late, I stick to my food. That keeps me motivated. I see more results. Motivates me even more. So, try and be organised. Some kind of structure and routine. Similar kind of thing. Working out on the same kind of day, same kind of time. Just tracking what you're doing. Okay, being very aware. It's very easy to fall into a lull or bad habits. And like I say, time flies really fast. It's very quickly you can realise it's been 2 weeks and you haven't done anything or you haven't cooked anything. It can go wrong very quickly, okay? So you need to be organised, you need to have some kind of basic routine, basic structure, and we'll go into this in a minute, but if it's important to you, you will prioritise. I prioritise the gym, obviously, because it's important to me. I've never known anyone go, I haven't got time to pick my kids up from school, or, or something like that, because it's important you make the time, because it's important you prioritise it. Because you prioritise it, you become more organised to structure your life or their life or pay for someone to pick them up if you have a childminder, because it's important, okay? So structure and organisation. Once you have those things, once you know you've got good food in the house, you know what you're doing on what day, you've got a bit of a plan together, it is a lot easier to be consistent. Very hard to be consistent if you're just winging it. If you don't know when you're eating, you don't know what you're eating, you don't know when you're exercising, it's very difficult to do it well consistently if you have no clue or no framework as to what's going on, okay? And like we said, consistency with food is the most important thing, okay? So once you have a good organisation and you've got a good routine, that allows you to be consistent and it's a lot easier to stick to because you have a bit of a plan. Then you start to see results, okay? Because you're good with your food, you're in your deficit, things start to go well, trousers feel looser, you're in the zone, okay? Progression. Again, we said this in the video before. Progress your workouts. Don't just do the same weights, the same exercises, the same class, the same whatever, because you will just burn the same amount of calories. If you then eat the same amount of calories, there is no progression, you don't change, you get disheartened, you wonder why it's not working, you stop, you binge, it all falls apart, okay? So progress your workouts. Especially when the way we do it in here is me and Matt will track and record every single person's individual weights, reps, rest, so that it's very specific to you in our group PT, and that will help motivate you. Someone who 2 months ago couldn't do a press up and now they can. Someone who couldn't do a leg raise before and now they can. Someone when they started could only squat 16 kilos and now they can do 30. These progressions are almost better than on the scales because they're physical. You can visually see them. No one can take that away from you. You can do 20 burpees. You couldn't do that a month ago. You can do 20 sit-ups. You couldn't even do 10 before. These are the things that really motivate you because you can physically see the change. And once you've done them, no one can take that away from you. Okay? So when you have progressive workouts, you have workout goals. As you start to achieve those goals, that again keeps you motivated. So if 1 week you haven't lost any weight or you haven't lost any inches, but your squats have got better, that keeps you motivated because your motivation stays high, you maintain the consistency, and then because you're consistent, you achieve the results. And it all kind of, it's just a big circle, okay? So that's why it's important to have multiple goals, which we'll go through in the next video, but that's basically how it works in terms of the food and exercise. In terms of more of the lifestyle stuff, you got to prioritise, okay? Again, this is why goals is important. It needs to be important to you. If you do not care, you will not prioritise. If you don't prioritise, you won't be consistent, you won't be organised, you won't have a good routine, it will all go wrong, okay? So this is why the goals are really important, because it needs to be important to you. If you don't prioritise, I prioritise stuff that's important to me. If it's important to you, you will do the same. If it's not, you won't. I'm not having a go, that's not a good or bad thing. That is just how it works. And everyone's priorities change. My priority 2 years ago was me and my body and my rugby and all that kind of stuff. Now it's the clients and the gym and everyone else's. I don't even play rugby anymore. So your priorities will change as your kids get older, or as after Christmas. Normally everyone wants to lose weight after Christmas, or before holiday. Everyone's priorities will change, but it just needs to be a priority. Okay? Accountability. This is probably more important than motivation, okay? I am big on accountability. There's a big difference between accountability and reward. If I said to you, you do all this kind of stuff and you will look fantastic in a bikini on a beach in 12 weeks, that's amazing, but if you don't do it, you're no worse off than you were now. But if I said to you, if you do not hit these goals by 12 weeks, you have to walk down the middle of Broad Street in a bikini, that will freak you out, okay? So sometimes the fear, the accountability, the fear of someone having a go, or you looking silly, or there being a problem, or a deadline, or a consequence of not doing it is often far greater than the benefit and reward of you doing it. And that's why generally the people that do the best, people get married. If you get married, 40th birthdays, people do really well as well. Because one, it's a massive priority, it only really happens once for most people, well 40 does, and it's important to you, and you do not want to have bad wedding photos, you do not want to feel like frumpy on your birthday, all that kind of stuff, because it's so important to you, and because of the fear of it being bad is more of a driving factor than just the fact that it would be nice if I could do it. If it goes well, motivates people more. So that, again, that's why deadlines are important. I'm sure people that have done exams or tests, you don't really prioritise until the fucking deadline is there. And then as soon as that's there, you get your ass in gear and you can hopefully cram and fluke it. But you cannot fluke losing a stone in a week or 2 dress sizes or something. That's why you have to think a bit more long term, because you can't cram it, basically. So that is why accountability is massive. And that's why people go use MyFitnessPal or go to the gym with their friends or have a trainer or something that holds them accountable. So not only do you just get loads of good stuff and positive stuff if you do well, but you will get a telling off or kick up the arse or warning or fine or whatever if you don't do well. And that normally benefits people more. Okay? So, again, if you got good goals, whether they're reward-based goals or accountability goals, that will keep you motivated. Again, more motivation breeds more consistency, leads to more results, okay? The last 2 things, you can tweak this. Loads of people go on an eating plan or a diet plan or workouts or a challenge like this or whatever it is, and they think, I need to do this is exactly how it needs to be. It's either this or nothing, okay? If I'm going to eat well, I will do it for a week or two and I will tweak it. I'll think, right, this bit's working. I like my breakfasts, I like my lunches, but I work late. I can't really cook this really healthy meal every single evening because I haven't got time. I come home late, it's tiring. So I would tweak it. I would change that for something else, but I'll keep the good stuff that works. Most people either follow the plan 100% or think, fuck it, it doesn't work, and then go eat loads of cake and drink loads of wine. Okay, you don't have to be so black and white. It's a constant evolution. Again, because your priorities will constantly change depending on what's going on in your life. Your organisation, your routine will constantly change depending how busy you are. That will affect your consistency, which is why it's important to tweak stuff. And when you do something like this, you have to try and pick a plan, and again, we'll go through this in the rest of the challenge, that suits you. Something that works amazingly for you could be terrible for your friend. And again, that's why things like Weight Watchers or Slimming World or Body Coach or various gym programs work perfectly for one person and horrendously for the other. Okay, everyone is different. You just have to pick a plan that suits you. If it's half working, don't ditch the whole thing. Keep the half you like and tweak the half you don't. Okay, last one is do not bullshit yourself. Okay, no excuses. I'm very big on you can do whatever the hell you like. I do not mind if you follow these guidelines, take my help, complete the challenge, okay? But if you don't, do not then be surprised when you have no results. If you haven't lost weight and you haven't toned up and you haven't hit your goals, do not wonder, oh, I can't think why that might be. Oh, I've tried really hard. Because you fucking haven't. You've clicked the link, you've done the challenge, you've done day 1 or day 2 and then you sacked it off and go and eat loads of cake. Or you've downloaded a program and then you didn't do it. Or you go to Slimming World for the first 2, 3, 4 weeks and then you haven't been for 3 weeks. Do not bullshit yourself, okay, into thinking you're making an effort when there's lots more stuff you could be doing. And most of the reason you're bullshitting yourself because you do not want to admit that it's not a priority and you have no accountability. Because the person who is holding you to account, namely me in this video, will call you out on your bullshit. I do swear a little bit when I get fired up, but I try and keep it fairly clean, just as there's kids in the house, but not in this little 2-minute passage. So, just, again, and accept the consequence. Think, right, have I lost weight? No. Did I go out for dinner 5, 6, 7 times this month? Yes. Have I drunk every single weekend? Yes. Well, then don't be surprised. Consequence, accountability leads to results. And again, you cannot fake it. You can't cram this. Your body will highlight whether you've done it properly or not. Okay, and this is why goals are so important. Goals is the next video because you need something. You need a goal that is important to you, that motivates you, that has a level of accountability, and that will force you to prioritise. Again, that is why people that are turning a big birthday or getting married do the best, because it means something. You almost have to have an emotional attachment to your goal, because if you just think, oh, I'm going on holiday, I'm going back to the same place I've been 2, 3 times, I don't really give a shit what I look like, I'm on holiday, no one knows me, you won't lose any weight. Whereas if you're thinking, I'm going to a wedding, everyone will see me, there's people I haven't seen for years, it's the biggest day of my life, I'm shitting my pants about it, and I'm worried I'm not going to look nice in my photos, that will motivate you and that will get you some results, because you will prioritise, you have accountability, and you have a fucking good goal that means something to you. But goals is the next video. Again, join the Facebook group. Any questions, any comments, put them in there. I am more than happy to help. I would rather you ask questions and I can help than not and you not know what you're doing. Next video is goals.